Boom shakalaka, what is going on everyone? Randall here with Crypto Love, and I have by far, as of yet, the most awkward episode today. I'm doing it live from a Starbucks because AT&T internet is the least reliable internet I have ever found. Even though I got like the gigabit per second stuff, doesn't work, so switching out of that. But, check it out, looks like it's working. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Yeah, maybe you can hear me. Alright, so before we get started, obviously just read the disclaimer and whatever. Oh, and my friend asked me why the disclaimer all of a sudden, because I'm streaming more of my episodes now, and obviously I'm no expert, just make YouTube videos, not a financial advisor, not telling you what to do, but some people, because in the United States they're all retards, they think I'm an expert, so that's why the disclaimer's out here at the beginning of every video. Now, here's the exciting stuff. It's all green. It's all green. Everything's in the green today. Looking at some of this stuff, if you can see it, no, you can't below there. Neo's up 20-some%, but Bitcoin up 5%, Ethereum up 6%. Ooh, it's looking all good today. We're back in the green, and there's talks about bulls coming back. That's always good news. Everybody wants to hear about the bulls coming back. Looking at the overall markets. Now, everything, another green day, everything up, all green. Look at that, market cap, another $20 billion on the market cap. So it was 230 a couple days ago, then 250 yesterday, now $270 billion. Bitcoin dominance at 42%. Bitcoin over 6,500 again. It went down to a low of 5,800, but bounced back pretty aggressively in two big buy orders since then. Ethereum almost at 500. The big gainers for the day, though, where are they? Looking at this, things changed since I looked at it like 10 minutes ago. Previously, Verge and Neo were on top. They're still not doing too bad. I mean, Neo's up almost 20%, Verge up almost 20%, but Wax and KuCoin shares up a lot. Now, taking a look at what's happening with Bitcoin here, I'm just going to hope that you can see this stuff. We've been in this descending track for quite a while. All right, it's been in this descending track since the beginning of May. Finally, we've broken out of that descending track, so that makes that no longer valid. Now, taking a look at the Fibonacci retracement here to see areas where we may find some upcoming resistance, just because Fibonacci traces patterns found in nature like stock markets. So some areas where we might find some resistance would be where these lines are, the 23.6 to 38.2 to 50 to 61.8. So we have things coming up at about 6750, 7380 or 7400, also 7800 and 8300. So those are some areas where we may find some resistance. But for those of you following the MACD trading strategy I've been working on, it seems to be working pretty well. I bought back in yesterday from day back into Bitcoin, so bought in at a low. I think it was like I don't know, somewhere low 6,000s I bought back in, and considering I sold at 9,000, so far working pretty well. Now, taking a look at the news. Okay, first thing, big news over the weekend. The SEC looks to enact plans that could approve the creation of blockchain ETFs. All right, so these proposals would effectively streamline what has been dubbed by the SEC itself an unnecessary regulatory burden. So usually it takes a long time to get these ETFs. They're trying to get it done more quickly for Bitcoin, for other cryptocurrencies. Effectively, this could mean that blockchain-based ETFs become more prevalent and open the doors to investors wanting to back blockchain-based companies in a more regulated and less risky way. And what does that mean for the rest of us? Well, Arthur Hayes was talking about it on CNBC's Fast Money this weekend. He says he believes Bitcoin is just one positive regulatory decision away from climbing through 20,000 on its way to 50,000 by the end of the year. So he cited specifically that the ETFs could be this, and we're seeing that possibly ETFs could be this because, you know, with ETFs, that's a lot of new money that can enter the market. So with a lot of new money entering the market, it's obvious that prices would go up. So we'll kind of see how that happens. Now, he says on his way to 50,000. This dude here, Peter Tchir, says take these Bitcoin price predictions with a pinch of salt. Okay, so he says that most cryptocurrency pundits are working an angle. Obviously, BitMEX's CEO is no different. His position on the matter is based on strong incentives to see crypto thrive, which is something we see all the time. I mean, you take a look at Tim Draper, at John McAfee. All of them stand to benefit a lot of money from Bitcoin doing well. That's why they talk about Bitcoin being $250,000 or $1 million. Doesn't mean that it won't be, but it's hard because really only the people who are in cryptos are saying they're doing awesome. The people who aren't in them are saying they're doing terrible. We'll see how it turns out in the end. It'll be a fun game to go along all the way. Cardano in the news. Oh yeah, before we continue with the news, obviously, guys, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe, like the video if you like it. If you want to win one of these shirts, make sure you comment on this video and every other video for your chance to win. And then, I think that's it for the time. Okay, so Cardano makes it back-to-back news. Nexo collaboration and collaboration with Google. So basically, Nexo first accepted Binance Coin as a form of crypto collateral. Now Nexo comes up with the decision to include Cardano for the loans backed by cryptocurrencies. I know why tweets like this are so popular, and it's definitely not Hoskinson's paunch. All right. So the other news is they're having a meeting with Google where Hoskinson presented a basic introduction of the functionality of his virtual currency. He also mentioned about the algorithm followed by Cardano known as Ouroboros. Now, Cardano was one of the cryptos that was mentioned as potentially being one of the big ones coming up. Neo and Cardano are both ones that Rand, Nooner, and myself were quite bullish on. We'll kind of see how things turn out with them. Ethereum transaction fees are spiking, even though there's less transactions going on than previously. Now, why is this? Ethereum fees spiking to $1. Ethereum was supposed to be pretty cheap, not anymore. So the fees suddenly rose to $1 per transaction, even though it's nowhere near it was in January, where it was having 1.4 million transactions a day. Now, the reason for it, first thing, apparently some decentralized exchange project in China is asking people to vote on what coins to list, with the winner determined by how many addresses have voted. They obviously didn't realize the number of addresses are meaningless because anyone can create as many addresses as they want. But what's really happening, you can see in this here, talking about block miners. So F2 Pool and Dwarf Pool have actually set their gas limit where they won't accept anything less than 50 gwei in fee, which is about 50 cents. So as you can see here, Ethermine, Nano Pool, Mining Pool Hub, those are fine, accepting very low fees. But if we take a look here, F2 Pool and Dwarf Pool only accepting anything over 50 gwei. So that could potentially be causing the increase in Ethereum gas prices. We can only think of greed as a reason. And guys, you remember a couple weeks ago with that cryptic tweet thinking, was Satoshi alive? Was he a time traveler? All these crazy things. Do aliens do whatever with cryptocurrencies? Well, Satoshi Nakamoto might be alive and writing a book. Based on this website here, NakamotoFamilyFoundation.org, you can have a little crypto puzzle down there. You can check it out there. You can even email his new email, NakamotoFoundation@protonmail.com. All right, but basically he's got a new book where he's talking about some commonly answered or some common questions about Bitcoin. I went through these, and these are the things that kind of stuck out a little bit. So he's talking about why did Bitcoin succeed. He says it's because it had to do with money, something that people care about. He also said that, why 21 million? A lot of people want to know why 21 million. So he says, I had considered making 100 Bitcoin as a reward and 42 the answer to life, the universe, and everything from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. But people would have thought that reference would have been a quip and not taken seriously, so he just made it 21 million. There's some other things they talk about there, how they're all cypherpunks and, stuff he did with Gavin and Hal Finney and all these different things. If you want more, you can obviously read more. But the question remains, is this the real Satoshi, or is this someone just pretending to be Satoshi? Next is something, just a word of warning to everybody out there, specifically those of you with Windows operating systems, okay? 2.3 million cryptocurrency addresses are monitored by CLIPBOARD hijacking malware. So basically, if you have a Windows computer, you are basically just fucked. But especially with cryptos, because they have this CLIPBOARD hijacking software where basically if you copy and paste, it'll switch in the attacker's address as opposed to the address you want to send it to. So basically there's this software that runs on your computer called D3DX11_31.dll. It runs automatically when you log into the computer. Anytime you copy and paste an address, automatically does that. Now, The crypto users should always double check any addresses when transacting cryptocurrencies. It's always a best practice to do that stuff. So, check the first few letters, check the last few letters and numbers. Make sure that they're the same as your address. That way this thing wouldn't work. And guys, if you do use Windows computers, be very, 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 very paranoid. Yeah. Now, Verge is one of the top gainers for the day. They have some things coming up in the news that I figured I should mention. Verge is planning to use ring signatures like Monero. So, because people have always been talking about Verge not being that private. Well, now Verge may, in fact, be adding some privacy layers that could be a bit more private, like the ring signatures. They also have smart contract integration coming, so Turing complete smart contracts. And also anonymous mobile transactions on the I2P network. So Verge has all of those things coming out. They're not done right now. Right now they're recovering from 251% attacks in a row in less than a month. So, but we did see the price jump up almost 20% on Verge. And if they actually do continue to do good things, we could see the price continue to go up, I suppose. With EOS launch, Karma just airdropped. Now, Karma is one I have an interview coming up with them soon. Very awesome project. It's one that's actually aiming to do good stuff in the world. So basically, everybody loves social media. You do good stuff, you get rewarded for it, and Karma is incentivizing people to do that. So then you feel good because you did stuff, because you posted on social media, and then you can actually earn Karma tokens from doing that, earn money from doing that. Well, they just had their airdrop on EOS. Some people from EOS got airdropped that. I'll have the interview coming out soon where I spoke with Dallas, one of the founder right there. All right. Also, other news, Ontology version 1.0.0 Prometheus is out. Okay, you can check out the GitHub. You can find out all about that one. A lot of news being dropped today, I guess because markets are back in the green. Everybody was waiting for the good news to be coming. VeChain Thor Blockchain Launch. Now, obviously, they didn't wait for it. We knew it was coming, but the blockchain launches, and there's some cool things about VeChain Thor. So it's launched its main network, and the first block has been mined successfully. But check this out. VeChain is using a dual token system consisting of VeChain token and VThor token. So network users are rewarded in the latter when they hold the former, which is the case with Neo and Gas. So basically, you hold VeChain tokens, you get rewarded in Thor. Very cool. Okay. Coinbase to become the SEC-regulated broker-dealer. A lot of news over the weekend with Coinbase. If approved, Coinbase will be able to offer blockchain-based securities under the oversight of the SEC. So we know that most cryptos out there want to be utility tokens, so they're not held as securities. Well, if Coinbase becomes an SEC-regulated broker-dealer, then it can offer securities, no problemo. As we've seen, price of Bitcoin obviously going up. Will it go up on this technical signal alone? According to the Williams percentage R indicator, Bitcoin might be set for a significant price reversal. Basically, this chart down here shows that Bitcoin is oversold. Same thing you could do with an RSI indicator. I don't know why you have to use this, but you could just look at an RSI indicator. Yes, Bitcoin was severely oversold for a long time, and a super saturation of the Bitcoin sales market. Price increase coming up, absolutely, and more good news, ANDREAS ANTONOPOULOS defending Lightning Network. So a lot of Lightning Network got some criticism last week, saying it was having issues with sending transactions. ANDREAS says, no big deal. It's naive to assume that its current nascent state will fail to scale in the future. So basically, it's just getting started. It's in the very beginning. Lightning Network can scale so much faster than any block size increases could ever do. So he's talking about the number of transactions you can't even conceive with block size increases. He has a whole video about it, does a whole Lightning Network scaling, so make sure to check that out if you want to find out about the Lightning Network, because that's very interesting. And last piece of news for the day is just, 34-year-old becomes Britain's youngest Bitcoin billionaire. And what's he doing? Is he balling? Is he having yacht parties like I'm going to do? No. Okay. Brian Delo, former Oxford University student and founder of a cryptocurrency trading platform BitMEX, has been said to be Britain's youngest Bitcoin billionaire. According to a report, the young man is worth $3.6 billion. It's alleged that Delo and his wife have just 3 pairs of shoes, and they plan to give away most of their wealth to the needy. awesome. He's doing what he loves. He doesn't care about money. And yeah, giving away his money to good causes. So, talking about good causes, I know that wasn't a segue or anything at all, but for those of you who want to come hang out with me, if you're in Europe especially, I will be in Lisbon, Portugal next week, July 13th to 15th, for the Infinite Man Summit, talking about finances, relationships, spirituality, health, all the awesome stuff we'll be talking about. I'll be there with Jeff Berwick, the Dollar Vigilante. Also, for those of you who like Pickup, Sasha Degane and James Marshall will be there, bound to be freaking awesome. Then in August, I'll be at Coinvention in Philadelphia, August 30th and 31st. So those of you in the Northeast can come meet me there. And then in Vegas, October 31st through November 2nd, so Halloween party in Vegas at World CryptoCon. And guys, check this one out. If you're not going to any other conferences, go to this one, especially if you, okay, so here's the thing. The first YouTuber to sell 200 tickets to this thing gets a Lambo for the week. So I'm just saying, if there's down in the description, there's like the referral code. So if you guys use that, use a referral code. If I win, I will drive you guys all around in the Lambos. I'll even let you drive it, as long as you don't drive it into a tree. But yeah, so get a ticket to that. Use my referral code. The referral code gets you $250 off a ticket. But also, if we get 200 people, I'll drive you around a Lambo. So that's it for that. Now we have to give away a t-shirt. So guys, subscribe if you haven't, like if you haven't. If you want a t-shirt, make sure you comment on this video and every other video. And yeah, over the weekend had 4 videos that came out. All right, so the news video from Friday, the Friday afternoon video, the Saturday video, the Saturday afternoon video. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see who wins. Good luck, everybody. Number 1. So the news video from Friday. All right. Yeah, a lot of people starting to watch crypto videos again, I guess because the markets are back up. It always feels nice when we're in the green as opposed to in the red. Now let's see, how many comments do we have? 166 comments. Who's the lucky winner? Ooh. Gabriel Yu. Neo rules. That's right, Gabriel. Neo does rule. Neo's awesome. So congratulations, you want a t-shirt, email me at the email on my about page, and I will send you a t-shirt anywhere in the world. Other than that, guys, happy Monday. Enjoy. It's Monday. I don't even know the date. Sometime in July 2018. But have a good one. Remember, we're all in the green. Things are happy again. And we could be heading up to new all-time highs. Probably not, but, you know, at least not lows. So I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Peace.